What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Big Boy Johnny 25, and tonight I'm going to do my WWE Smackdown review and highlights you guys new. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. Alright, Smackdown itself was a boring show, and that's that. So we cut into the in-ring segment with Jey Uso. This was fantastic. Uso says everyone is talking about Undertaker's retirement when they should be talking about Roman Reigns defeating Drew McIntyre. Uso is laying on think. Uso is interrupted by Roman Reigns music. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman slowly walk to the ring. As Reigns gets in the ring, he grabs a mic and simply says play video of Roman Reigns berating Uso after Team Smackdown was swept during their bout with the Raw Men's team. Next footage of Reigns defeating McIntyre is shown. Roman Reigns reminds Uso that he told him to leave after Uso lost his match at Survivor Series. Reigns didn't need Uso's help with McIntyre. Reigns asks Uso why his team lost. Uso says they wouldn't listen. Roman Reigns reiterates that's the team didn't listen because they didn't respect Uso. If they didn't respect Uso, that means they didn't respect us. Reigns isn't some wannabe you know what in the locker room looking for Thanksgiving scraps. That's how Uso is making him feel, and Reigns doesn't like it. Reigns walks away and leaves Uso in the ring to stew. That segment right there was fantastic. Alright, Otis makes his entrance as Uso is walking up the ramp. Jey Uso glares at Otis. So we get Otis versus King Corbin. This match officially did not happen. As Otis walks to the ring, Uso assaults him from behind with a steel chair. Uso hits Otis over and over again. Uso is relentless. The way that Jey Uso attack Otis with the steel chair over and over again, Jey Uso was trying to kill Otis. The way that Jey Uso kept hitting Otis with the steel chair over and over again, he was trying to kill Otis with that steel chair shot. My God. Let's move on. So we get Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Walk out to the ring. Ziggler and Roode demand a title shot. The Street Profits walk out to the stage. The Street Profits versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. This was a fine tag team match, but I didn't really care at the same time. This tag team match was fine for what it was, but at the same time I didn't care. It says Dawkins and Ford double team Ziggler. Ford lands a dropkick. Ford and Dawkins flapjack Ziggler. Ford goes up top for a splash. Ziggler moves out of the way. After the break, Ziggler and Roode are working over Ford's injured midsection. Ford managed to tag in Dawkins, who clears the ring. Ford tags in and hits the cash out. Ziggler breaks up the pin. Roode rolls up Ford for the win. The winner of the match, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Alright, let's move on. Backstage, Daniel Bryan says he isn't out to get Sami Zayn. He is out to get Sami Zayn's Intercontinental title. Backstage, Rey Mysterio and Dominic, Aaliyah, and Murphy are with Kayla. Mysterio says he is happy to be done with Rollins. Mysterio says he is thankful for his family and that Murphy finally sees Rollins for what he is. King Corbin walks in and makes fun of the entire family. Okay, let's move on. So we get Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. This was a good match between those two. I love the chemistry between Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan. This match was good. It says Daniel Bryan takes Sami Zayn down by his arm. Daniel Bryan stomps on Zayn's elbow. Bryan continues to work over Sami Zayn's arm. Bryan floors Zayn with a shoulder tackle. Bryan gets a near fall after a drop kick. Bryan eats a boot from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn dumps Bryan out of the ring. Bryan tries to dive, but Zayn moves out of the way. Bryan crashes into the barricade. After the break, Sami Zayn is working over Bryan. Bryan fires up and eventually lands an avalanche Rana. Sami Zayn kicks out. Sami Zayn sends Bryan into the ring post. Sami Zayn hits a nasty looking brainbuster on the apron. That was a brutal spot by Sami Zayn. Bryan is almost counted out. Sami Zayn hits the blue thunder bomb as soon as Bryan gets in the ring. Bryan kicks out. Bryan locks Zayn in a yes lock. Sami Zayn managed to get his foot on the bottom rope. Sami Zayn runs away. Bryan follows. Sami Zayn makes it backstage as Bryan follows. Sami Zayn runs back to the ring as the referee counts to 10. Sami Zayn wins by a countout. The winner by a countout, Sami Zayn. This match was fantastic, but the outcome I did not really care. A camera backstage shows Jey Uso beating down Daniel Bryan. Kevin Owens pulls off of Daniel Bryan. Uso yells that he knows where to find him. Kevin Owens has a referee check on Bryan. Owens says he is going where Uso is. I love that part. I really loved it. So let's move on. So we get backstage. It says backstage. Uso is telling Reigns that he told him that he got this. Reigns doesn't look impressed. Owens barges in and tells Reigns he tried of Reigns. Family issue affecting everyone else on SmackDown. Kevin Owens storms off. Reigns tells Uso that Owens doesn't look at him with fear. Uso needs to fix that. Alright, so we get Bianca Belair versus Natalya. This match was decent. This was a decent match between Bianca Belair and Natalya. The only thing I was entertained was Bianca Belair. WWE needs to keep building Bianca Belair up. That's all I gotta say. Alright, before the match starts, Bayley joins the commentary desk for some reason. Belair and Natalya trade pin attempts. Natalya avoids a spear from Bianca Belair. Natalya stumps Belair in the corner. Natalya suplexes Belair. Natalya tries another, but Belair turns it into a small package. Disgust clothesline by Natalya. Belair kicks out. Now Natalya puts Belair in a surfboard stretch. Bianca Belair surprised Natalya with a spear in the corner. Belair dumps Natalya out of the ring. Belair and Bayley argue. Belair swings at Natalya, but Natalya ducks. Belair ducks Bayley. Natalya sends Belair back into the ring. Belair kicks Natalya into Bayley, who jumps up on the apron. Belair rolls up Natalya for the win. The winner of the match, Bianca Belair. Alright, WWE needs to keep building up Bianca Belair. That's all I gotta say. So we get Murphy accompanied by the Mysterio family versus King Corbin. This match, I did not pay attention. I did not pay attention to this match. So it says every time Corbin is about to get the advantage, a number of the Mysterio family stands in the way. Corbin tries to dipsy do the clothesline, but Aaliyah stands in his path. Corbin hits deep six, but Mysterio rolls in the ring to break the referee's count. Corbin is going nuts in frustration. Corbin hits the ropes and Dominic grabs his leg. Murphy knees Corbin in the face. Murphy pins Corbin, but Corbin gets his foot on the ropes. Dominic knocks Corbin's foot off the ropes. The referee counts to 3. The winner of the match, Murphy. After the match, Corbin calls them all cowards and demands a rematch next week. Next week, Corbin will be prepared. Okay, but next week I ain't gonna care. But in my opinion, if you don't want the Mysterio family to interfere, why don't you put this a steel cage match between Murphy versus Baron Corbin? That way, it won't be no outside interference. That's just my opinion. But this match I ain't really care about. All right, backstage. This was a god awful segment right here. Seriously. Big E backstage. Big E and Apollo Crews playing are playing basketball backstage. Sami Zayn walks in and brags about beating Bryan in 10 seconds. He's beating Cruz. Big E says Zayn is living in a house of cards. All it would take is a guts of wind to make it tumble down. Sami Zayn he expects more from Big E. Zayn says Big E is jealous because his Intercontinental title reign was many years ago and very forgettable. Big E says Zayn is super impressive and claps for him. Big E shakes Sami Zayn's hand and squeezes it for 10 seconds. Sami Zayn asks if his hand is broken. Big E says 10 seconds is impressive. Kayla asks Zayn if he's ready for the interview. Sami Zayn yells no and storms off. Backstage, Carmella says Sasha Banks is a joke. Carmella says she used to jump for the fans, but now everyone jumps for her. Carmella snaps her fingers and nothing happens. Carmella does it again, and in hands appears holding a glass of water. The hand turns and is wearing the boss for fingering. It's Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks tosses the water in Carmella's face. Sasha Banks attacks Carmella and puts her in the bank statement. Officials breaks it up. So we got Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso. This was a pretty good match. Owens beats Uso from one side of the ring to another. Owens and Uso end up outside the ring. Uso sends Owens into the ring steps. Back in the ring, Uso hammers away at Owens. Owens fires back and lands a senton. Uso sends Owens into the ring post. Owens falls to the outside. Owens tries a dive, but Owens catches him in a slingshot him into the ring post. Owens lands 2 super kicks. The second of which sends Uso over the barricade. After the break, Owens hits a senton off the apron. Owens sends Uso back into the ring. Owens walks into an arm breaker by Uso. Uso works over Owens' injured arm. Uso missed a hip attack in the corner. Owens kicks Uso in the head. Owens' left arm is hanging and Owens can't use it. Owens tries a pop-up powerbomb, but his arm gives out. Uso lands a super kick for a near fall. Uso goes up top, but is kicked out of the air by Owens. Owens hits a package neck breaker for a near fall. Uso counters the stunner by sending Owens into the barricade, sending Owens to the turnbuckle. Arm first, Uso grabs a chair and hits Owens with it to cause a disqualification. The winner of the match by disqualification, Kevin Owens. Now this is the post-match that I really liked. This was excellent. This post-match itself was excellent and fantastic at the same time. Alright, here we go. Uso works over with a chair. Reigns and Heyman watch from a monitor backstage. Uso clears the announcer desk. Owens drops Uso with a stunner. Backstage, Reigns and Heyman do not look pleased. Owens grabs a chair and hits Uso with it over and over again. Uso talks to Reigns, a camera. Owens asks if Reigns is watching. Owens says he doesn't fear anyone, including Reigns. Backstage, Heyman is looking at Reigns with fear in his eyes. Owens yells for Reigns to come find him if he has a problem with him. Owens stunts Uso again. Owens sits at the head of the commentary desk. Owens says he'll be waiting. The post match itself was excellent. So we're gonna get Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at TLC for the Universal Championship. That match itself will be good. Then we're gonna get Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. Also sign me up. So we got 2 challengers between Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan. Sign me up. Sign me up to see that. I'm all for it. But like I said before, SmackDown, the first hour of SmackDown was a boring show. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE SmackDown review and highlights, please drop a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel. I'm on the road to 3K subscribers. I'll leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok down below in the description. I'm almost at 1K on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram so I can get to 1K. But anyway, have a great weekend. My name is Big Boy John 25. I want you guys to have a great weekend and stay safe, and I'm out of here.